The luxurious tranquility of a GLE.
That was nice while it lasted.
Welcome to your happy place. Welcome home. See your Mercedes-Benz dealer for special offers on the GLE.
Yeah, reach for my goals, hit it dead center.
This is CBS LA Mornings.
Good Monday morning. Today is April 13th. I'm Christine Lazar.
And I'm Jasmine Veal. Chris Holmstrom and Kalina Strinos are off today. But here are the stories making headlines on this Monday morning.
Gunshots and a burning car in South LA. We're live with the chaotic chain of events.
A crippling strike for LA Unified just a day away. So we are live with a pivotal day ahead as the district and union leaders try to close on a deal.
And the Democratic frontrunners to become California's next governor drop out of the race. Eric Swalwell's response as he faces allegations of sexual misconduct.
But first, you know, it's a chilly, kind of damp morning around SoCal. Amber Lee joining us now with a look at the next weather forecast. Am, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Amber. We are dealing with a couple of new issues that have popped up. We had a couple earlier things that have cleared up, but now this one in Boyle Heights is new on the westbound side of the 60 before the 10. It's a crash taking away 2 left lanes, already backing up to about 11 minutes from the 710 over to the 10 freeway. We also have delays through the mid-city area on the westbound side of the 10. The earlier crash eastbound is long gone. This issue as well popped up in Bellflower, westbound 91 at Clark Avenue. The left lane blocked off here, and that drive coming off the 605 is about 5 minutes at this point. We'll continue to build as the morning commute ensues. We'll let you know about what's going on in the Inland Empire and Orange County coming up. For now, ladies, we'll send it back to you.
Well, at least one person was rushed to a hospital after a shooting in South LA.
Tina Patel is live in the Florence neighborhood near Compton Avenue. And Tina, there's video of what appears to be a street takeover just moments before that shooting.
Yeah, and investigators have now left, but we're waiting for details from them on whether they think that what happened during that street takeover in the intersection here might have led to a violent fight inside this parking lot. Let me show you some video that was posted to the Citizen app early this morning. You can see and hear what appears to be a street takeover just before 3 a.m. Vehicles were spinning around a burning car in the middle of the intersection, their tires squealing as people watched from the sidewalk. Now, at one point, there were popping sounds, but it's not clear if those were from fireworks or gunfire. According to people who worked at a nearby restaurant, around the time that the takeover was happening, there was some sort of fight in a nearby parking lot, and it looked like a man got knocked down, but it's not clear if he was shot or stabbed. Firefighters who came to put out the car fire saw the injured person, took him to the hospital. We're trying to get an update on his condition and find out whether he knew his attacker. Investigators have not released any information yet about a possible suspect or motive. Now, as we come back out here live, they are looking for witnesses that can help them piece this all together. As we said, we know there were a lot of people here for that street takeover, so they're hoping that some of those people might have video that they can come forward with and bring to help find the person responsible. We'll send it back to you.
Tina, thank you.
All right. I'm going home. I'm going home. Oh, get down, get down. Go, go, go.
We're shaking our heads.
Yeah, it would be nice if they all went home and we didn't have these to begin with. Over the weekend, 4 people were shot during a street takeover in Rosemead. In this video taken by a live streamer, you could hear those gunshots, then see people running for cover. This happened Sunday morning at the intersection of Garvey Avenue and Delmar Avenue. 4 people were hospitalized. Victims ranged from just 17 years old to 22. They're all expected to be okay. One neighbor told us she plans to move out of the area because of the violence.
Scary because, like I said, I'm not from this area. So where I used to live, it was quiet as can be. So yeah, this is very scary, you know, but that's why I'm moving. I'm not staying here. I'm definitely moving.
Detectives say they're working to figure out who fired those shots. No arrests have been made.
All right, some developing news in Anaheim. Our assignment manager, Mark Liu, is at the desk with details on a horrific crash, Mark.
Yeah, Jess, unfortunately, a spokesperson for the Anaheim Police Department just confirmed to our breaking news crew at the scene that 2 people died in a car fire at this crash. And the coroner is still trying to extricate those bodies. Now, this is what's left of a green Jeep Liberty. This is eastbound Catella, right under the 57 freeway. Anaheim PD say they responded here just about 12:40 this morning for the report of a crash. There were multiple 911 calls, and the dispatchers at Anaheim PD reported that the people calling in 911 were extremely upset. They say there were 2 people inside of that burning car after it crashed, and the Good Samaritans at the scene were unable to get them out. Now, when Anaheim PD and fire arrived, they say they put out that fire, and unfortunately, they did find 2 people dead inside that car. They don't have an age or a gender on them yet, but you can see there is some wreckage there at the scene. There is one very important piece of evidence, though, that Anaheim PD was able to recover as to how this crash happened. They say it was caught on camera, and it shows that crash and that car losing control. Take a listen to what the spokesperson had to say.
We actually have a video of this incident on our city cameras. We saw that the vehicle went off the road. It was eastbound Catella, went off the road, hit the sidewalk over the northbound 57 off-ramp and into the tree there you see at the edge of the hotel property there. Why the vehicle went off-road, we don't know. That's still under investigation.
Yeah, and that's going to be a long investigation. Now, the coroner, they're going to be responsible for identifying both people inside that car. Again, we don't have an age or a gender on either one of them. But this eastbound Catella was closed for most of the morning. However, Anaheim PD says it should be open up again as they're getting that car towed out of there. Now, is there something that you want to tell us here at the desk? You can text it to us directly using the number you see on your screen, 818-221-2222. Send us information about something you want us to look into, or you can share pictures or video. You text it to that number, comes right to me or a member of the assignment desk team. That's it here from the desk. I'll send it back to you, too.
Mark, thank you. The LAUSD has reached a tentative agreement with 2 of the 3 unions that could avert a planned school strike tomorrow.
Yeah, so apparently there is still no deal with the Service Workers Union, and the strike could still happen tomorrow if one is not reached. CBS LA's Rick Montanez is live at LAUSD headquarters in downtown LA. Rick, it's an anxious morning then for teachers and parents.
Certainly, Jasmine, Christine, a lot at stake here. And as you mentioned, a busy weekend for the district, striking deals with the teachers and administrators unions. But now this potential strike remains for the union that represents bus drivers, teachers' aides, and other campus staff. And even with the tentative agreement on the table now, the other unions may join in this one if it happens. So this is video from 2023, the last time a strike impacted schools in LAUSD. The Service Employees International Union, SEIU Local 99, represents about 30,000 employees. They had staged a walkout for several days that year. The sticking points to drive this week's potential strike, pay among the top issues. The union says their members are some of the district's lowest paid workers with an average salary of about $35,000 per year. They also want to see more hours. The union says some workers' hours were reduced because of budget cuts. Now they don't meet the threshold of hours needed to get health care. As for teachers, LAUSD says they will raise the salary for new teachers from just under $69,000 a year to $77,000 a year. And most other teachers will get an 11.5% raise, but the teachers union says that raise will be over 13%. And there will be reduced class sizes in high school, paid parental leave, and the addition of hundreds of new counselors, psychologists, and other emotional support staff. SEIU Local 99 says they want their contract improvements as well.
We really need the district to come forward with what workers need, these frontline workers who help feed and support and take care and transport, thousands of students every day.
Certainly a lot of people involved in all of this. The LAUSD says it has a tentative plan if a strike happens. They've posted that various information, a lot of information online. SEIU Local 99 says negotiations are expected to continue later this morning. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, Rick Montanez, CBS LA.
Yeah, all right, Rick, I know a lot of parents trying to plan ahead.
Yeah, I know a lot of people will be monitoring their phones and social media and the local news all day because we really, like, even my kids are like, so do we have our test tomorrow or not?
The unknown.
Yeah, the unknown.
Hoping they can all reach this deal. All right. Well, President Trump says that the U.S. Navy will begin blockading the Strait of Hormuz 1 hour from now. The president said the Navy will stop any and all ships trying to enter or leave Iranian ports. He said the move would effectively stop Iranian exports and imports. This blockade comes after weekend peace talks with Iran failed to reach an agreement. The president said he does not care if Iran comes back to the table.
We have a blockade going into effect. I don't care if they come back or not. If they don't come back, I'm fine.
We've made very clear what our red lines are. They have chosen not to accept our terms.
The Speaker of Iran's parliament posted on social media, soon you'll be nostalgic for $4 or $5 gas. Despite the uncertainty, SoCal gas prices remain mostly unchanged this morning, at least ahead of the blockade. LA County's pretty steady at $5.99. Ventura County did drop slightly to $5.91. Orange County hovering at $5.90, and the IE is sitting at $5.85. Stay with CBS LA, CBSLA.com for this continuing coverage of the war with Iran. We're also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles.
A historic trip underway. Pope Leo has arrived in Algeria this morning. It's the first trip to the Muslim-majority country by a pontiff. The Pope is on an ambitious 11-day tour of 4 countries in Africa. The Vatican says his trip is aimed at helping to build bridges between the Christian and Muslim worlds. On 60 Minutes yesterday, 3 U.S. cardinals spoke about the ways the first American Pope is reshaping the Catholic Church.
Top priority right now is to be with those who are downcast and marginalized.
He's the pastor of the world. He's not a pundit. So the distinction is he's not going to pronounce on everything, but he's going to pronounce on what's important.
The historic trip comes as the first American Pope is locked in dispute with President Trump over the conflict in the Middle East.